as the Texans get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They run. Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They run again on first down. Cook, and he stopped immediately there. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. It's Cousins on the sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A toss to Cook. Oh, what a juke into space. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the net.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 2 at the 23-yard line.
We're set. 19.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
We're set. 19. 54, right there. 50. 31. 54.
They give to Johnson going right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it third down.
You're set. 19. Mike 54. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now it's Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Now Watson. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it. Stephon Diggs. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 99 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, but it's going to be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And
he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. And he gets this away. And look at this. This is a good one. On the return, Carter. First half due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to...
That's caught at the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
31. Give me that ball, defense.
On first down, it's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Missed the score. Vikings 14. Texans nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this one.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Linval Joseph picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Watson now to throw.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting him...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Throwing on second down, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's now
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Watson being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. To throw is Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 52 yards. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0.
Texans nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Houston. Josh Ferguson, 62 yards, and the Texans cut into that lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on?
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Sack there by Jadeveon Clowney. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Cousins now. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here comes Carter. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
46-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 26 and a first down. Here's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Thomas there to make the grab. And the Texans get a bit closer. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the defense out in timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 3 on Bobby Calhoun, a sack coming off the corner blitz. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus.
Know what time it is, playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Jahan, what I need? Lucky distance. Recon, 132 fighter. That's just me and you. That's just me and you. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Under, fight that.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 40. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 75 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing.